Hi all, it's Erzincem. Welcome to my channel. This is the third episode of my 6-month weight loss challenge. In this episode, I will be talking to you about the apps that I'm going to use as well as the gadgets throughout the course of the 6 months, as well as giving you a little bonus of my before pictures as well as my before measurements so that we can compare them afterwards when I'm done, or maybe even halfway through the challenge. Now let's dive in straight to the apps that I'm going to use. The first app that I'm going to use is my main app that everything is going to be circled around, so let's say it like this. It's called MyFitnessPal. I have been using MyFitnessPal since 2014, and MyFitnessPal is a very good app. And since Under Armour bought them a few years ago, they have put a lot of effort and a lot of money into their research, into the development of the product, so it can become more sophisticated as it is today. The main aspect for me why MyFitnessPal is so important for me is I can track my calories, I can track my weight, I can create custom-made recipes, and this third aspect is probably one of the best about it. By creating your recipes of the meals that you're preparing that you might not find in the different meals that you have there, you first of all enable the calories to be very precise, but also on the other hand, because you are going to scan different products and add them to the system, the entire repository of products that Under Armour will manage in this app is going to be huge. Thus bring it to the sophistication that it is right now, and maybe even improve it in the future. Another great aspect of this app is that you can connect it to different apps and also gadgets. It will work perfectly with your Apple Health as an example, as well as with the Apple Watch and other gadgets. And last but not least, it will send you reminders. Now keep in mind that I've just mentioned to you Under Armour. Under Armour has also other apps on offer that I'm going to use, and the next one of the apps that I'm going to use is one that Under Armour also offers. It's called Map My Walk. Map My Walk is similar to MyFitnessPal. It tracks the calories, but it tracks it in a different way, because you're going to turn it on once you're starting to walk around, and it will track your calories based on the movement, if you have a gadget based on the heart rate as well. It offers you the option to actually track your walk, so you can actually see a map where you have walked. That's also interesting for the future, and you can also share it with other people. As an example, if you had a nice walk and you would recommend it to people, you can actually share this map with somebody else. It also sends you reminders of when you want to walk, or your walking schedules, where it tells you you should maybe walk. And similar to MyFitnessPal, it is easily connectable to other apps and other gadgets, and it is offering you a variety of options of different walks, but also other exercises. As an example, for me, when I walk my dog, I will just turn on the dog walking option, and it will show me the route that I walked my dog, but in my history it will tell me in the overall list of activities that I've done, what activity have I done where, for how long, what kind of activity I did, and how much calories I've burned, including the map as well. The next one is also an Under Armour app. It's called Map My Run. Now, function-wise, it offers the same functions as Map My Walk. So all the things that I've just mentioned as Map My Walk will be the same here as well. I will be looking into both of the apps a little bit more into detail in the coming weeks. As far as I go, they offer you the same possibilities. It just sounds a bit better maybe with Map My Run as opposed to Map My Walk. Which brings me to the next one, Map My Ride, also Under Armour. Same idea behind it. However, Map My Ride is about bicycling. That means that if you're on a bicycle, there are also other aspects that will influence your calorie burn and the way that it should be burned. Now, again, depending on if you have a gadget, as an example, like an Apple Watch or any kind of watch that can be connected to this app, you have the possibility to get even more precise calorie rates, or calorie burn rates, as I would like to say it, because when you ride a bike, there are different aspects that will influence that. That means, first of all, your heart rate, and the wind, as an example, the temperature outside, the surface. Well, in the surface, not especially what kind of surface you're actually riding on, but elevations, as an example. And because this runs on GPS, it knows exactly where you're riding. It knows the elevations and the different kind of circumstances of the road. Hence, it will allow you to have a very precise calorie burning count. It also allows you to create a map or have a map overview of where you cycled. And similar to Map My Walk or Map My Run, you can share it with other people, or you can even take it from other people and just write the route that other people did. Another app that I'm going to use that I like to recommend you to use too is Workout. Workout is not an app from Under Armour as opposed to the other four that I mentioned before. I don't know exactly who is the developer, but what I find so interesting about this app is it offers you a great overview of different exercise types that you can do based on the muscle that you actually want to work out on. Those information are given to you with a short video of how you actually do it and with instructions of how to do it. And it encompasses the entire body with entire muscles, from quadriceps to glutes, everything you can think of, you can find it there, and you can find the exercises there. And this is why this is amazing. And to top it all off, the premium version offers another variety of options, as an example, to create a workout plan that will be checked with the people from Workout. Start stretching. I was talking to you about stretching in the past episode, and I will be talking to you about stretching a little bit more in the future. But for now, I would like you to focus on the app Start Stretching. With Start Stretching, you will have a good overview of different stretching activities that you could do with explanations as well as a timer. And if you want to know more about stretching and why stretching is important, as I said, I'm going to make a video in the next following weeks. But for now, use this app, do your stretching, and in the future we'll understand why you should be doing that. Headspace should be an app that goes without saying should be installed on every phone when you buy it. It is the best app on the market when it comes to deep breathing and meditation. And for me, as a person who has had some troubles in the past, mindfulness meditation has helped me out a lot. And if you check out my upcoming videos in the future, I will be having talks about why mindfulness is important or how it helped me in the life, and you will see it does so too. But why is Headspace so much better than the others? Now, first of all, you have a huge variety of options. There are options for different times, as an example, and different activities. Reminders are very important, the notification that it sends you. But one thing that makes Headspace being so much better than the other apps that I've seen on the market is just the soothing voice of the narrator. It is such an amazing voice. I just want to listen to it, and you calm down by just listening to him and just hearing this voice. So I can really, really recommend you, if all of these apps that I've mentioned to you before are not of any kind of relevance to you, at least have Headspace installed on your phone and use it. Sleep Cycle is another app that I'm using and that I'm going to use even more in the future. And if you have watched the second episode of this series, you might know how important proper sleep, and especially deep sleep, is for your weight losing efforts. And with that in mind, Sleep Cycle offers you the ability to monitor your sleep, so you can actually see and see on your activity board when and for how long you actually had deep sleep during the night. And not only does it help you to track that, but it also reminds you when to go to sleep, and it wakes you up very nicely. And the premium functions of that app, this is very interesting as well, offer you to track, as an example, your snoring, your speaking at night, which is quite funny as well, and give you even deeper analytics. So when I'm going to go for the premium version of it in the future, I'm going to have another episode probably in the future about the premium options of the different apps and talk to you a little bit more about that. But for now, if you start off with your challenge, start off with the basic version, get used to it, and then start to monitor your sleeping habits and how deep your sleep is. And as I said in the future episodes, I will be talking more about sleeping and resting, and probably also give some advice of how you're able to improve your sleep and your deep sleep when it's actually necessary. But last but not least, Pinterest. Now you might think that Pinterest is a little bit too girly for a man, but believe you me, there is a lot of interesting information on Pinterest and to be found on Pinterest. For an example, you can find out about exercises, as an example. There are lots and lots of exercises that you can find there. Exercise plans, food plans, meal plans, recipes, all the different kind of things that you need to lose weight and have a good diet, as well as if you're going to change everything in the future, lifestyle information and lifestyle tips for your new life. So these are all the apps that I'm going to use, that I'm already using, that I will be using more in the future. And I will keep you up to date about premium packages as well as app changes. And as I mentioned before, I will also look into the differences between Map My Walk and Map My Run to give you that information in the future as well. Now, the Apple Watch is the only gadget that I'm going to use, and it offers you to install all the apps that I've just mentioned on your watch as well. So as an example, if I go out for a walk nowadays with my dog, I just go and use the app on my watch as opposed to my phone, and I can leave my phone at home. And then when I come back home and it will be synced, I can see the map and all the information as well as on the phone, as well as on the watch. And the activities part of our challenge is very important, as you want to track your calories that you have burned, including aspects like your heart rate and the weather. And for that, a gadget like the Apple Watch is very good. If you don't have an Apple Watch, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. You can use any kind of tracking device such as a Fitbit or a Samsung Galaxy Active, or you can just use any kind of knockoff Apple Watch that there is on the market. You can get it as cheap as 15 or 20 euros. If you're interested to know more about what's on the market, just leave me a note in the comments below, and I will be looking into creating a video about different kind of products on the market, pros and cons, and deliver it to you with my advice. But very important for you to know, you don't actually need one of these tracking devices to be active and to be tracking your activities. You can also just use your phone. Every smartphone has sensors to track your walks, track your steps, and in that respect, you just take it with you if you want. If you don't want, it's also not the end of the world. However, the world is changing. There are some nice developments on the market, such as Bluetooth shoes or shorts or shirts. And if I have the time and actually have the possibility to check them out, I will do so, create a video for that as well, and post it to you so you can actually have an idea of what they are. Now, before we end the video, I'm going to show you the pictures and my measurements from before. I've taken these on the 1st of May. My wife helped me to take them. There are pictures of me as well as my measurements of my body, of the body parts that are important to take, and those that I'm going to track in the future. After 6 months, and maybe also even after 3 months, I will do like a little resume to see how it has developed and share it with you. And without further ado, here are the pictures. And here are my measurements. If what you saw today was informative, continue watching the next video. In the next video, I will be talking to you about the development of my first weeks, the results, how I felt, and what I did exactly. If what you saw today was in any way informative, hit the like button for the algorithm, share it with your family and friends, and with everybody else you know for whom it is relevant. Subscribe to my channel to always be updated with all the new videos that are coming up on this topic, as well as other topics that might be interesting for you. And if you wish, leave a comment down below in the comment section with any kind of feedback that you have for me or anything that you want to see in the future. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.